They say by the pain ain't but a thing. Yes, ma'am. Nobody says I'm gon' need something else to burn. Daddy and I got nowhere to turn. Nobody be jumping to serve. I'm not in the mix, but don't act like you ain't heard. I passed to you word. Well, work for what I heard. My peace can't get started. My mind's still on dreams. Soon as my eyes roll open, come good tokens. I've been training myself to add cheese to the picture. Smile go far, self-grace is worth a million. My outlook changed a bit, came a little up. By the time they want the price, the name that went up. Still got work to do, I'm trying daily. Cause don't end up and leave, but I can take it. By now all my demons know I'm praying. By now all my haters know I'm staying. Stack it, flip it, yeah, you know the plan. Feel like I been gave another chance. And it ain't wasted on gambles. Cause I knew I would be this fastest in Pampers. They say that he won't put nothing on, you can't handle. So I just see a few more ships on my mantle. Nobody says I'm gon' need something else to burn. Daddy and I got nowhere to turn. Nobody be jumping the curve. I'm not in the mix, but don't act like you ain't heard. I passed to you word. Well, work for what I heard. My peace can't get started. Cause I trained myself to find a sinner on nights I went no heated winner. Introspection peace when you let that thing out with inner easy. When you go without for dinner. And I wasn't even a teen yet. I learned that from my jeans stretch. I moderate not more cause I'm eating. Yes, I tolerate lactose where the cheese at. The pace is present. Live in the future now. Can't waste a second. Gotta eat beats when I lack protein. Clean drip, it don't even need chlorine. Steer from the dirt and your knees folks green. I can teach them best. It ain't no situation you can't finesse. Keep your head high, learn what you work for taste. Serve 24 until you in your round of rest. Now thanks for eating Southern Cafe. Here's the check.
Blades in my hand, got the world in a spin. Javon's knife flicks, let the show begin. Every move sharp like the edge I hold. Stories untold, sharper than gold. Flick life, twist life, every frame tight. Knives on the screen, cutting through the night. Subscribers piling up like stacks on stacks. Javon's in the zone, ain't no turning back. Clicks and views, yeah, they fly like sparks. Knives in the dark, carving out my mark. From ballad songs, flipping to the sickest tricks. Javon's knife flicks, where legends are lit. Every video's fresh like a polished blade. Precision and grind, that's how dreams get paid. Cutting through limits, breaking the streak. Javon on the rise, every fan's heartbeat. From tutorials fire to unboxings insane. Content so slick, you won't leave the lane. Blood, sweat, grip, still in every flick. In Javon's world, sharp is the only pick. Flick life, twist life, every frame tight. Knives on the screen, cutting through the night. Subscribers piling up like stacks on stacks. Javon's in the zone, ain't no turning back.
Went out because we only had a little bit, but are you high on cigarettes? And when that stuff runs out, you're gonna wanna make it. Are you high on cigarettes?
Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Do you know that you're right or wrong? 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 He don't smoke them, but he loves it when you do. That's why he's high on cigarettes. And if you find him, you should light him up a few. He's getting higher on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong?
Do you know that you're right or wrong?
Yeah. You vibes in the word. What a wait. Late night creeps where the shadows grin. Juvons in the cut, let the games begin. With a flick of the blade, we dive in the sin. It's a marathon groove, not a race to win. The clock don't sleep, the knives don't pause. Chasing thrills, no time for applause. The world spins mad on Juvon's claws, where the edge cuts deep in the night's great jaws. Sit and spin under the neon glow. Wide awake where the insomniacs go. Feel the steel flash, let the adrenaline flow. Juvon's night flicks, it's the live late show. It's the live late show. Right. It's the live late show. We're too sharp to dull, too fast to catch. Each blade is the spark making midnight hatch. In the zone we own on this Twitch dispatch, where the world sits still but the vibes still match. Time's a blur in the sleepless den. Every move's a twist, that slice in the zen. Juvon's got the rhythm, the pulse of man. Locked in the spin till the morning end. Sit and spin under the neon glow. Wide awake where the insomniacs go. Feel the steel flash, let the adrenaline flow. Juvon's night flicks, it's the live late show. It's the live late show. With a wake, with a ride.
Be sure and remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends, because every one of us must remember to do the same thing. That's what this film is all about. Duck and cover. Paul and Patty know this. No matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes right then. It's a bomb. Duck and cover. Sundays, holidays, vacation time, we must be ready every day, all the time, to do the right thing if the atomic bomb explodes. Duck and cover. That's the first thing to do. Duck and cover. First, you duck. And then you cover. You duck and cover tight. Duck and cover under the table. It's a bomb. Duck and cover.
He did what we all must learn to do. You and you and you and you. Duck and cover.
Duck and cover, people. Shit's getting real. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Insomniac Sit and Spin, where we sit and spin and we talk about knives, laws, and anything else that's on your mind. Marco Scammo was in the chat. I hope he stuck around. I know he goes to bed a little bit early, like most of you guys that are on normal schedules. We got B Shady in the house. My voice is still gone, guys. I apologize. Channel member in the house, supporting Insomniac Sit and Spin. We got Half Empty in the house. What's up, Half Empty? Good to see you, buddy. We've got, I started early because Tri-State ended early or ended on time. I always like to give people time to get from there to wherever. Not quite Taco Bell. I figured they can come in late. And I wasn't going to start 110 minutes early. That would have been like going back in time. I meant 10 minutes early. And Marco Scamma caught me on it. And then we got Neil McKenzie in the house, channel member, and my brother Richard Hopkins in the house, who's had some exciting days in this past. We've got Lucky Dog Knife Company in the house. We're going to be talking about Lucky Dog, and I've got a video coming out tomorrow, kind of focusing on Lucky Dog, kind of as a brand and how I got to meet the brand and the knife I've collected from the brand. Really cool knives. Anyway. That would be the Ranch Dog. the guard dog. I learned something from Kyle on this the other night. And one of my favorites, the little bulldog. But anyway, we'll talk about those in a little bit, along with some other small fixed blades that I've got out here and some interesting folders that I got. Where'd I put that? Oh, it's in my pocket. Haha. Yeah, channel member, what's in the house, brother? Good to see you, man. We got Marco visiting, stopping by as always. Good to see you, Marco. Always good to see you. I'm just kind of scrolling through so I can get to the start. There are a few of us here, which is the way I like it. Nice and easy. We got Marco's chilling. Yeah, I've got my Snoop Dogg chain on with my goat tag, which stands for, those of you who know, getting old and tired, which means I'm a lot less patient. But while we've got Lucky Dog in the house, I did want to show you guys some stuff real quick. And I call it shilling for homies. And it really means shilling for stuff that I buy and I think is really cool. And I'm stoked that he's got some of these back in stock. But these are some different bulldogs with different really unique handles, from micarta to Osage orange, whatever that is. He's got one show special in fat carbon and 3V, which is a little bit bougie, but it's very nice for $219. It's a custom knife. And then he's got some guard dogs in stock in Bacardi wood, burgundy micarta, OD green. I'll show you one of those in a second. And then later this summer, depending on the success of this drop, he's got some more of the ranch dogs, which I've got in stock. I've got one here that's in 3V. These are going to be AEBL, if I'm not mistaken. There was a big kind of call out for that from the community. And then there's also going to be a river dog, which is a spear point, really, really cool knife. But Andrew was on Friday night for a little while on Friday Night Flicks, and he was talking about how he came to design and came to like small fixed blades. Turns out he's a pocket fixed blade guy. So every one of the knives started out with 2 designs, then expanded to 3, and now 5. This little knife, this guard dog, used to intimidate me because it's a sheep's hawk, a little bit of a hawk bill. But after spending some time with Kyle Coonley, he assured me that on a 1-inch stone, a regular fixed angle system, you could maintain this very easily. If you ever needed to sharpen it, not that you would, because it's got a very, very low bevel and it could easily be handled with a rod. Really nice knife. Great lockup on this. I think it's called a Bolotron sheath, a little bit of an upgrade from Kydex. And then he uses the deep concealment clips, which make it a true pocket dropper. The one I had before in the first drop in 3V, he sent me 2 to check out. I had to buy one of them, and I picked out this one instead of the guard dog at the time. This is a little ranch dog, which is kind of a spay blade. Very, very sharp. This will be on a video tomorrow, kind of going through all of these knives, how I look at them as traditional knives that are kind of brought into a modern era with materials and with the workmanship. Keep in mind, these are not mass produced overseas. These are North American, produced by a small maker, David Mary Custom in Canada, who does really nice work. And he's not making hundreds, he's making 10s at a time. And then my favorite is one of his new designs. It's a small guy, but it's called the Bulldog. And what I love about this is it's like a little fixed blade hunter that fits in my back pocket perfectly, because it's got this small sheath with this little Model 5 discreet carry clip that just fits perfectly. Kind of a little ram's foot blade, a little bit taller up front with some really nice chimping. So your finger's not going to slide up on that blade. And if you're using it for cutting carpet, cutting roofing, cutting Amazon packages, whatever it may be, it's a great little knife. And these things are under 170 bones, guys. This little guy is. So check them out. I don't think they'll be there that long, but they are really cool knives. I'm surprised they're still there, but like I said, I think he picked up a little bit more this time on this drop. But get in there, take a look at them, see if there's something in there that kind of strikes your fancy, because I assure you there are several that should strike your fancy. They are very cool knives. Um, I've been waiting for that bulldog to come out for about, I think he mentioned it to me, showed me a drawing 3 months ago. It is an absolute banger. But I hope everybody has had a radical day. I'm carrying a different knife that came in today that I'm checking out. This little concept, which is called the Concept Hero, which looks like kind of a regular drop point flipper tab, which works very well. But it's got that fuller on the blade, and it's got this compound weird grind. I don't know if you can see that in the front, but it's almost like a Tanto, but I think I can sharpen it just like a drop point. But see that little compound grind there in the center? Michael Hiroshi or somebody designed this, which is one of the things I like about Concept is they'll push the envelope with other designers and make some really neat stuff. The clip works very, very well. It's a full-size knife. I would say about the size of a PM2. The unboxing will come tomorrow, and I'm just starting to carry it. I've got a lot of knives to carry before I can give some real insight into them. I'll be surprised if any of the fixed blades don't live up to their hype because I was very selective. One thing really cool I found out, that Melissa Backwoods little warning that I got, it will accept all of my Piranha scales because this handle is built on the same platform as the Piranha. So I took my Piranha and I tried the extended scales and they fit perfectly, which means the ring, which I should have coming next week to try out before I do that review, should work just as well. So my thought is, what a great little platform to do some other blade types, like maybe a DP, something with a little taller blade, or a Warncliffe that is not like Melissa's Warncliffe, but that's more of a rounded Warncliffe, like the Nightshade, which is this little knife without the reverse Tonto. This little knife is wicked. It has got a 30-degree per side front bevel, so it's 60 degrees combined, and then it's got a regular, probably 21-degree bevel at the bottom. So not only is it a really good, sharp, stabby EDC knife, it is an absolute devastating piercer because of that front big grind. Really cool little knife. I would consider this a tactical knife. I will carry it as such. But yeah, I picked up some really cool little fixed blades about Blade Show. And I made some really great relationships where I think I had some relationships that were funny that I'm not going to go into, but I had some relationships that were really good where I've got a few more knives being sent for me to check out. As a result of Blade Show, as a result of some of the visits I made there. Lucky Dog, the TKLs are thick. The one that I almost cut my thumb on at the end of the show when they were packing up is this little guy right here. This is the MP or MR1. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got this flat ground edge on the top. This is designed kind of to be an American Pakal, where that sharp side's supposed to go towards your forearm. But these knives are very purpose made. This was made for the Marine, Raiders, something elite swimming league or something. They were, the bottom is not a bevel, but it could be. But it is very much, unless you're cutting cardboard from the ground up, this is designed to be a pokey stabby. If you come a sneaking, I will have to leave you leaking. But really cool knives. A knife I picked up before I left. I'm a big fan of Two Sons, even though I know they're kind of soulless. But this is a little knife I picked up from White Mountain Knives, a little fixed blade. Don't really like the hole in it, but it is a Corcos design M390. It has got carbon fiber handle. It fits my Oak City leather slip just perfectly, and it was only like $60. So I feel like if I beat the hell out of it and try it out, it can't be that bad. I've had a lot of good examples or a lot of good choices from the Two Sons that I've gotten in the past, from my TS 150s to all the other small Two Sons I've got. They're just really been good ones. Carl Chito, what is up, my friend? Good to see you, brother. Chito, and I'm not even going to try to read it because it's going to make me tongue tied and it'll make me say something stupid that you'll get. But yeah, guys, so I have recovered from Blade Show. I've been very, very tired. I was kind of zapped Friday night, a little bit zapped tonight, but nothing out of the ordinary, nothing I can't overcome. Cool stuff to talk about. Hopefully some cool stuff that'll be in the next week that I can do some unboxings on. I know I've got to upload a video. I uploaded a video for tomorrow, but I've got to upload a video for Thursday that is going to be really cool that I want to go ahead and tape tonight while it's on my mind. Let me see. Or did I upload one for tomorrow? Yeah, I did. So I've got one coming up for tomorrow, but I want to upload one for, I guess it would be Thursday. And then I'm going to do my Blade Show kind of rundown on Friday. And I'll probably get some stuff in that I can do unboxings on, but I can't do much more than unboxings unless I've checked them out at least a little bit. I won't do cut tests on them. I don't do that kind of stuff. They're great channels that do that, but I do carry them. I do cut shit with them, cardboard, paper, open some cat food, make sure it lives up to my standards, which are very, very lax. Hey, one thing I didn't think I'd like, but I'm really digging in a big way. I met the husband and wife that have always run Get Good Screw, but they've now kind of taken it back over. And this is their polymer, or their poly, which I call kind of glowy plastic. You can't see it in the black light. But this is their scales for the Vision FG. And they also do these in aluminum and titanium. But the grip on these, the swirly texture, which you probably can't see, you might be able to see it, are absolutely to die for. I think these scales, I like this knife a little bit better than my Vision R, which I've got, which is the Wii version, just because the studs, I think, make it pop out better. That's really the only reason I like it. I like the materials on the Wii better, but you put some nice scales on this, it is a banger. And these scales are nice. I'm not saying that the poly are not all that. They beat the G10 with the holes, in my opinion. Really cool. Those were gifted to me at the OG booth. I didn't realize I was one of the first people that bought a set of scales from them 3 years ago at their booth. But my first Vision that I picked up at Blade Show 2022, I think, was the Vision R. And this is, I think, a great knife. The only downside is the hole, for me, is not as intuitive of a flick, even though I can flick it, as the studs. The studs are just money. The hole, you kind of got to get in there. You've got to think, okay, I've got this hole. I've got to get in there. One thing I do like better about this knife is I love the clip. A lot of people hated the clip, the fact that it was positioned on the end of the knife instead of on the side, but it makes it truly ambidextrous and it carries Bundabar fantastically well. carries like a champ. But I am going to go to the local knife store tomorrow, which could prove dangerous to me because I'm probably going to trade some shit. I don't know what. There are a couple things I want down there that I kind of have been looking at, Protec wise. The last thing I bought down there, I jinxed myself because I traded for this knife I'd wanted for a really long time. This Ultratech ZDP, Zero Blade Pay, or ZBP, Zero Blade Play. And it came out about 4 days before the Gavin Hawk video, who I had a long time talking to him at Blade Show. Feel really bad that he's going through that. Feel kind of bad about this knife, even though I love the knife. It makes me feel a little dirty, like I need a shower. So I've been carrying my Evo to try to cut my thumb for, my own penance. Can't slap myself with sticks, but I can definitely cut myself with my Evo. I usually do that every time I carry it. Knock on wood, I've not cut myself today, and I have carried it most of the day until my concept came in, which was about 5 o'clock. So there is that. Paul, it is a thumb destroyer. If you learn to use it sideways, which I have because I've had to, it's not as bad. It's not as brutal, and it doesn't leave me bleeding as much as it could. But yeah, it's not always a nice thing. I did invite some guests to stop by. Don't know if they will. They're everybody's busy doing their thing. And my Tuesday night lives are just kind of like for us to hang out. And for those of you that are odd like me, who keep strange hours, right? I don't expect to draw a ton of people. I don't expect to do a giveaway. I am kind of thinking about something though. And I'm not thinking about it from a greed perspective, but I am thinking about it from a membership growing perspective. So I was thinking about doing a membership drive where I go for 24 hours. I think Ray did a 24-hour stream. I wasn't aware of it. I didn't see anything about it, but I've always wanted to do a 24-hour stream, knowing they're not going to be people here the whole 24 hours, but knowing that if people come on and they log in, they'll see a 24-hour stream, which is actually 2 12-hour streams. I hear how that StreamYard breaks it up. But I'm thinking that could be kind of cool. I would love to get my subscribers up. And then if I got them up to say, I don't know, if I got 40 more subscribers over a 24-hour stream or over longer, I could do a 24-hour stream for members only every month. I've got the energy and I've got the time. It's just I would hate to do a 24-hour stream and only have a few people there, right? So it's just a thought, not anything that's going to happen. Something I was just kind of wrestling with. I want to go live less. Like I don't want to be as present online. I like my Fridays. I like my Tuesdays because they're 2 different time frames. We don't draw a lot of people. But I'd also like to be able to offer more members content. However, I don't have, a ton of members. And when I do offer members content, I just don't know what kind of content you guys like outside of live streams, which is what I always kind of drive towards. So I'll figure it out. I'll share it with you guys before I do anything. What's up, Paper Tiger? Good to see you, buddy. Long time no see, my friend. Probably because I don't pay attention enough. But we got Marco Scam in the house. It's always great to see Marcos. We got Paul Mills in the house. Always great to see him. We've got Richard in the house. Huge supporter of the channel. Richard is the man. As is Paul. As is Marcos. As are all you guys. Y'all all do your part. Show you a really cool knife that I was surprised when I got it home that it was only around $100. This is a knife that's an Italy designed, basically a straight line, which is Igor Butalaski, who is Straight Line Knives, used to work for MKM. But this is a collaboration with David C. Anderson from Knife Center, who designs knives, and this is called the Digger. They wanted to come up with a small EDC fixed blade that had a longer usable blade. So you've got that belly, you've got that extra jimping. Really nice feeling knife. Comes with the leather sheath, which I really like because I can just drop it in my pocket. It's a pocket dropper type knife, but they do make it where you can set it if you wanted to be a belt dropper. I wouldn't be a fan of that, but these little guys go for around $100 on White Mountain Knives. They've got some in stock. They're called the Digger. Very, very cool. What is up, Autumn Wind? Richard, thank you, dude. I appreciate you more than you know. Richard's been responsible for more giveaways for this channel and more gifts for this channel that I could even shake a stick at. And I appreciate him more than he knows. What is up, Burt Relic? And Burt Relic, I didn't even turn on my light. All my lights except my Jason lamp. Lucky Dog's a new knife member. Dude, you didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. I have live streams every Saturday morning where I always give something cool away. I always give man hugs. So I do appreciate it. But yeah, come by our Saturday morning live streams. We always give something cool away. We hang out for about less than an hour, a little bit less than an hour. And yeah, I'll go check out Lucky Dog Knives. They are so cool. I had them pinned. What I need to do is I need to go up here and find them and pin them to the top of the chat in case y'all want to go look at some cool EDC fixed blades. It does, Lucky Dog. I swear, YouTube will make you can be as anonymous as you want to, and they're going to broadcast no matter what. And then I always have to give, anytime someone donates to the channel or does anything, some channels blow kazoos, some channels hit the air horns, some hit the applause. I came up with something different. I figured a man hug from Sylvester Stallone to Apollo Creed. You know, that's manly. We're knife guys. We're also sensitive guys. Everybody loved that scene. It didn't bring a tear to your eye. You know, what are you going to do? I think it's a good one to recycle. Andrew, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Andrew, I had a funny sharpening story at Blade Show. Shane and I sharpened for 5 hours, and I sharpened all the diamonds off my diamond plates because we were sharpening. We were profiling a couple of knives, and he treats his knives to 65, 67. We were doing some K390. We were doing some other kind of exotic steels, but definitely put my sharpening prowess to the test. As brutal as it was, I know I got better. And the good thing is, when I got home, I could shift it to a 4-inch setup, and I've got my Venise. I've been trying to get in touch with Shane to see. He had a show this weekend too. Dude, it was a lot of sharpening. It was 8 straight hours. We got up there Thursday. We went and ate pizza at about 1 o'clock. Got back to the room at 2. Sharpened till 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Went over to Said Stevie's for about 4 hours. 8, 9, 10, 11. Came home and sharpened till about 3. Till the stones gave out. You know, till once that grit stone gave out and didn't have any, it was just skating. There was no need to go anymore. So we were smart enough to get up and go to Wicked Edge and have them do a little sharpening for us. I could have gotten you a shout out. So could have he at the Kaiser dinner because she was very accessible. It just felt so creepy walking up to her. I felt creepy walking up to her. So I didn't go up and get a meet either. When I've seen her at Blade Show, it's been different because it's been natural. We just bump into each other. But I wasn't going to walk up and go, hey, you're Melissa Backwoods. But I'll tell you what, her little knife with TCAL is an absolute winner. You can get extended grips, which I put on my Piranha. Where are they? I've got some extended grips that came for my TCAL, Melissa Backwoods, but it's got the same blank shape as the Piranha. So you can put an extended grip on either of these knives because the back end is the same. They also make a ring adjustment for that. But I like my long grip Piranha and my little tiny Melissa Backwoods with the new Ulti clip, which won accessory of the show. This little Ulti clip can mount horizontally if you want to carry this on your belt. It can also mount vertically if you've got the pancake style where you've got a mount on each side. And it is a great clip. Not going anywhere. An absolute banger. PKL also had a partnership with these guys making really cool pocket dropper sheaths. Just cool stuff. And then we all won a Kaiser special edition knife. All of them are one of one. We got them from the Kaiser dinner. It's a drop bear. Really nice dinner. They did take care of a good many of us and feed us and give us hospitality. You know, what are you going to do? We all went over there, checked it out for a little while. Andrew, now at the show, that's very possible. At the Kaiser dinner, there were probably only 30 of us there, and she was all around. It was just a matter and she's very, very approachable, very friendly. Unlike some people that I consider really good friends, they're a lot harder to get close to. But, you know, she's, from what I understand, she's very, very accessible. Craig, what'd you pick up, buddy? I hope you got a thud or something that you like equally as nice. I've been trying to get in touch with that loser to see what he's got loose, you know, because I saw his knives for the first time last weekend. I had my little prototype. He wanted to take it back and do some work on it. I don't have it here. I could have put an edge on it. I could have started playing with it. I really want to show off some of his work. The only thing I've got is a little one of his first joke woofs that he did. Geek Machinist, it was my value purchase of the show. I put it in an Oak City slip that's left-handed because I keep it in my left pocket, but the sheet that it comes in is great. This is the Tenable Knives par. It's a Jonathan Stiles collaboration. And this thing on their website's like $48. And I mean, it is slicey. It is small. This is a chickadee sheath, and it goes in it perfectly. It's a lefty, which is fine for me. And it comes with a Kydex sheath that works very well. That's a great, great sheath. Check those out, Geek Machinists. They're Oak City leather. You can go in there and you can pull even Lucky Dog Knives has his patterns in where they've got sheaths where you can pull pattern of a Lucky Dog guard dog and it'll come to you ready for it. I've ordered them I've got some for my another one for my chickadee, which I switched out for this is an Oak City leather for a chickadee. It just works perfectly for my little Tucson. And then I've got one for my P. Denny Apprentice. I've got one for my Colin McGuire EDW. And you can get them for just about anything. Let me pull them up and show you how cool it is to order from them. Takes a couple of weeks. They're in Tennessee. But I have no affiliation with them except I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Joe too at Lancelot Leather. But these, you can go in here and you can go, let's go to the catalog. And so the ones I usually get, I don't get this one, but it's a nice one. I usually get, look, you can get scales for an Azula. That's a really nice one. I usually get this one. No, which one do I get? I usually get this one right here, the Slim V3. It's $94. And you can choose the type of clip you want. You can choose the width of it. You can go in here and you can choose the knife model. And if you can see this, it's got all kinds of knives. So if you wanted to pick out a lucky dog, guard dog, or ranch dog like I got, and you wanted to choose the primary leather, let's say you wanted black Pueblo, secondary leather, you wanted walnut, whoop, and you can choose the stitching. You can choose the orientation, right or left. You can choose the color of the screws. I always get black, but you can choose what you want. You can choose any clip you want, no clip if you just wanted a pocket carry. I'm a big fan of either the standard clip or the discreet carry. The ulti clip gets a little bunchy, but it shows them to you all there. The different leathers, just a great experience. All three that I've gotten have been fantastic. And then one of them I got on a trade. That's how I learned about them. So yeah, Oak City Leather, they are a winner. What's up, Henry G? What's going on, buddy? Welcome to Javon's Late Night Insomniac Sit and Spin, where we sit and spin. I've been really impressed with Tim's latest discreet carry. I wish I had one of his older ones out here that I traded for a while back. This holster's done a lot like a pew pew holster. This is Nitro V. Uses that Grip Tech, really soft G10 like grip material. Again, a Nitro V blade, super slicey, super efficient for an EDC fixie. And then it's got this really nice taco sheath with a central mounting ultra kill, discrete carry clip, a little bit of foam, plus retention inside it. So it locks in and doesn't scratch, doesn't rattle. And it goes in your pocket like a champ. And still one of my favorites. If I could do anything different on this, I would have gotten the little pancake sheath, which comes out just a little farther, but they didn't have them at Blade Show. It does come with an ulti clip. This is the TRM tag-along fixed blade, little micarta, and I want to say it's 17 SHB. What's the blade? Hold on. Got a unique blade steel. It's like a powder form B2, but better. It is called. Oh. I can never get their menus to work for me. All right, here we go. It is made out of. Currently out of stock, but they are PSB Paul Sam Boyd 27. Really nice, small EDC steel. Comes with the leather sheath. You can choose either a taco sheath like this or a little pancake sheath that comes out a little bit further. They both come with ulti clips, and they're like $170. What's up, Blessed Knives? Good to see you, Donnie. My man. Donnie had a great show. Like a lot of people there. It was just an awesome time. I'm still coming off of it. I'm sleeping like 13 hours a day, which is uncommon for me. Usually I get little bouts of 6-7 hours at a time, but I think my body just got ground into the dirt, and it was good for me to sleep. Hopefully Donnie's gotten some rest. He's probably gotten back and has so much business coming out of him that he doesn't know what to do. That's a good problem too. Man, I hadn't heard from my buddy Shane. Hadn't heard from my buddy Kyle. All of them just ghosting me, which is cool. That's what we do on Tuesday nights. We sit and we spin. But I'm very impressed with all of these little lucky dog knives. And the fact that he's done them in AEBL from Nitro or from 3V to bring the price down. I mean, this little knife's under $170. Handmade by a guy in Canada. I think there are only 10 or 20 of these done. Very nice grind. Cut from water jet blanks, and then he does his thing on them. And then the guard dog's longer. It's a great one. All flat grinds. Hey, speak of the devil. It's Kyle. What's up, buddy?
How we doing?
Man, I wasn't trying to slam you for not being here.
I didn't know you said anything. I was busy working on editing some pictures. I didn't realize what time it was.
Oh man, we're just kicking it for a little bit. Dude, I've been tired. I've been sleeping like hours at a time. Like 13 hours, which is so uncommon for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my body just ground down. That's why I've been trying to get in touch with Shane to see how he's doing.
I talked to him a little bit earlier, but not much.
Did he make it up and make it back?
Yeah, he had kind of I'm not going to tell his story, but he had kind of an interesting trip, so I'll leave it there.
Yeah, dude, I was that's a lot to go from one big show to any show, I would think. Because again, I didn't get my energy back yet. I'm hoping it'll be back tomorrow because I've slept so much. But I did start playing with my ZPD again, trying to like it. I'm going to go to Knives and More tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to trade it, but I'm going to take some knives up there just to see what they've got. They've got some pretty interesting Protex. That what is it called? The other manual with the thumb studs, TR3.
Yeah, the Integrity.
Yeah, for some reason that knife I've done a review on it and I just can't get it off my mind. And I know it's not that much of a knife. You know what I don't use, but I don't want to get rid of is my Magic Whiskers 2. Because it's so big.
Yeah, it's a cool knife, but it's just not real practical.
It's not, and they'd really like it. But I don't know. I'm going to go up there with my buddy A to Z, and he'll end up taking a bunch of shit that'll devalue anything I bring up there. And that's just part of it. So what have you been sharpening on, buddy? Anything good, or you just been working on pictures, getting stuff put together, cataloged?
No, I had about 5 or 6 of them in this past week that I just finished up and got out, and then just working on some of the pictures for those, and then I'm just kind of chilling right now. I'm taking a little break here, and I got a couple things coming in later this week, but nothing on my plate right this minute, so it's kind of good.
Well, it's good to have a breather, and you know it'll be coming back in.
Yeah, exactly.
Geek Machinist scored a grail, a
What's up,
tactical
everybody?
pterodactyl, mid-sized raptor in MagnaCut and micarta. I've got to look that up. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know of it. It's a fixed blade.
I'm trying to get Shane to call me for 5 minutes because I want him to send me a couple of things personally, but one thing I wanted to send me, and I'm going to send it right back to him, is that tried and true.
Yeah.
I really want to do a review on that. I think that's just a cool knife.
I haven't talked to him on the phone since Saturday night. I just had a couple texts with him, but yeah,
That's awesome. I spelled it wrong. Here we go. Tactical pterodactyl knives. Mid-size raptor. Oh yeah. There might be one of these. There's one that looks similar to this, but it's an olive drab at my local knife store. Can y'all see that?
Yep.
That's just the Raptor. Let's see what the a good looking knife. And the mid size is 274. I mean, it's not. I like the unnamed too. Kanto looks Medfordy. And those American Salmon eyes, those are small, 5.5 overall. I'm kind of a fan of his knives. Where's this guy out of?
I don't know, but he's been around for a while. I know the name.
So you have heard of him? I've never heard
Yeah.
of him.
I've heard of him.
Frankie Hemingway. The grace of God, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't say, but he does say he has a fact. Let's see. He says he's a one-man shop. I'll have to research it, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm so impressed with it. I am going to bookmark it. And I'm going to go to Chico Pterodactyl. Of course, I spelled it wrong. I'll have to find it later. Very cool knife, though. It reminds me of those boat rorks. What's up, Sobeck? Scotty. We met Scotty in Blade Show. He was hanging out with Stevie. It's nice to finally see him. Craig Vincent, what's up, buddy? Maybe Kyle knows the name of what I bought from Shane. He said Kyle will be putting an edge on it.
Well, I don't know what you bought from Shane.
Probably a thug, maybe.
Maybe he also had some homesteads left over.
Big knife or little knife, Craig?
Drop point or more of a warm cliff? Oh man, so what have you been up to this week, man?
Dude, I'm just trying to get caught up on making content, and it's I finished up kind of my unboxings, if you'd call it that, for from Blade Show, but I've still got to make several videos. I've got a few things coming in that I need to do unboxings. I'm just trying to stay on top of it and not lose my footing. It's been tough to make shorts. I'll be honest with you. I thought I was going to run out of, I wasn't going to do them during Blaze Show because I do 9 a day, but I was able to walk around the tables and do plenty. And they all performed really well. And it's just a fucking OCD thing, man. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, check this out. Here's
interests me at all.
That's the one Geek Machinist got.
Looks cool.
That's a beautiful knife. Magna Cut, mid-size Raptor. Geek Machinist, do they have their own Instagram? I am following you.
Let's see. Craig, if it's a real tall one, almost cleaver-like, that's the Goon. If it's a thin one, that's the Thug.
Warning, he had 2 of them. I think he had more than 2 thugs. I don't know if he was releasing more than 2 thugs. And then the warning, let me just pull up his page. We'll figure it out. Let me do this.
Yeah, it's either the Goon or the Thug. The Thug is the thin one. The Goon is the tall one.
He'll be able to tell us. Let's share Shane here. Now that little one is a thug. Not that one, but the one beside it. That's a thug, right?
Yeah. That's a thug.
And a goon is
Keep
this one.
going. Keep going. Keep
This one right here.
Yeah,
right?
there you go. Yeah, that's the XO.
Craig, it was a, I wonder if it's that one. Great, Kathleen. I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, Craig, the crew wear thugs.
Oh yeah, those are so. All of his thugs are gorgeous. Go back to it.
Yeah, it depends which handles. I've already sharpened quite a few of the ones that he's got now.
And if you're lucky, some of them were sharpened by me. I think they're being resharpened.
I don't know about that.
We ran out of the grit. Half empties is in shorts. Find that. He wanting out or just love?
Do what?
He wanting out or love?
What you talking about?
Is that your dog barking?
Oh, yeah, he's just being annoying. Sorry, I didn't know you could hear that.
No, it's not. Dude, I have no problem with dogs.
I'd shut my office door, hoping you would leave me alone.
He just wants to be in there with you, dude. Let you know that there's something fucking around outside like a possum.
He'd be going crazy if he saw that right now.
Half empty. There are a bunch of half empties on here. Let me see what we can find. Drop your link in there, half empty. Crispy Critter, what's up, brother? Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in. We're all semi asleep here. I can only speak for myself, but I'm sucking through with the Dr. Pepper. I'm trying not to think of Taco Bell because I don't need to go there. I've got barbecue in the refrigerator, which should keep me from Taco Bell. But man, those pieces are on the brain. Let the Kyle in, dog. Let the dog in, Kyle. We like dogs.
I would, but then he would just sit here and whine. So
He would be happy to be at your feet. He'd probably go to sleep.
he doesn't actually like coming in here very often. He only comes in here if it's storming out or if it's if he's really, really bored. But
Or he misses you.
yeah, he's good. Ah, that's funny.
You got to quit typing to yourself.
Uh-huh. He's
Lucky dog. Have a great night, buddy. And there'll be a video coming out on Thursday, kind of looking at all your knives. And I know you don't have the Lucky Dog out yet, but it's one of my favorites. But the Guard Dog is becoming a big favorite. But the Bulldog is probably the one I'm going to hang on to, just because it's small and slicey. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. And y'all say hey to Andrew. He stopped by Friday night. Chris229, what's up, buddy?
He's spoiled rotten. He doesn't need
Who's
any.
that? Chris229?
I'm talking about my dog.
Oh, your dog? Yeah, that's what they're meant for, be, right?
Oh yeah.
I did Knife Nut. His link is pinned at the top of the description. It's his website where all of his blades are. And he's only got a few of the ones in stock, but he's got more coming of the other blade shapes. And he can get these made as they sell. Keep in mind, David's making, I think, 10 to 20 at a time. And I just commend him for not going overseas. I've thought about it.
Have I was going to tell you, I have not heard back from my contact since before Blade Show, but hopefully all's well over there.
I'm hoping all's well because I'd sent a email to him just totally, hoping to see him there, just wishing him well, blah, blah, blah. And I haven't heard back either. But you never know what's going on there, right? You never know what communication's being interrupted. Who knows?
Yeah, and I also had another one sent to another company over there, the other one that I'm dealing with on the Stones, and haven't heard back from them either. So,
are you going through email or Instagram or both?
Email.
Yeah. Who knows, man? I mean, it's I try not to watch the news, but there's definitely crazy shit going on.
Yeah, they've been so prior to recently they've been isolated, so that's been good. But I don't know. I just that's the hard part. Makes it difficult to relay or get any information out, just because it's choppy as far as messaging.
Yeah, are they still posting on IG like on their US page? I wonder if it'd be worth shooting a message to them.
That's all
automated.
Yeah. What the hell is that?
What's up, Philovid? It's somebody over on Kick. Give me some advice. I just stream on Kick because I'm spreading out my wings, buddy. I'm kind of a YouTube guy, but you're welcome to see and watch it anywhere. Anywhere it streams, it is just chat about life and knives. Not in that order, but mostly. But yeah, that really does concern me. I'll tell you what else concerns me is I haven't heard from John or Jamie at EMP EDC.
Yeah, that's strange.
It is. Usually they
posted anything at all?
I think they posted, but they haven't replied to my DM, and they always reply to my DMs.
Craig. Depends upon what the rest of it is, but just treat it like VG10. I would not go too crazy with it. How thin are they? Because that'll make a difference as far as what I tell you to do with them. So I know chef knives are being thin, but some of them are saber ground, some are flat. So give me an idea of what the grind is on them. I'll be able to tell you a little bit more about how to treat it.
I mean, they're going to be next to nothing, aren't they?
It depends. I mean, if it's a saber grind, then
it's going to be higher.
You have a little bit of difference in how you're going to treat the edge than you would if it's a full flat or an S grind.
Let me check out EMP and see what comes up here.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I was curious about. So you had singles or what they were. If it's single, it's probably not 12, because you got to think that's doubled, so it'd be 6 normally. So probably closer to 20, 24. I would say keep it in the 1,500 to 3,000 range. Don't go above 3,000 on it, and don't take it below whatever that factory is until you do some testing and seeing how it holds up. Then you might be able to go just slightly lower, but I wouldn't much, especially on a single bevel.
Keep it around 12.
Well, it's going to be, that's 12 inclusive. That's 24. It's a single edge. So
I gotcha. Yeah, I'm ready to get back into doing a little sharpening. I've got my my system set up for my 4-inch finesse, holding them perfect. I just got to find something to evict them.
yeah, I don't do it for,
Therapy.
yeah, I don't do it on my own nizer unless it absolutely needs it, just because I'm already doing it for everything else. So I don't want to do it extra.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I just got to cut with some stuff and get it dull. I'm thinking this little 14C, I might be able to get it dull. It's got a good nice flat edge. This little par knife. But I haven't, like I said, I haven't had time to do a lot of cutting or much of anything except just film stuff. Have you talked to Ryan lately?
Briefly earlier today, he was worn out from
Being over in
work and
Mississippi?
traveling and stuff. So he was going to try to get some rest tonight. He said,
I don't blame him.
Craig, yes, that's basically what a single bevel is. It's going to be a chisel grind, so it's going to be flat on the opposite side. That's why I said you treat it like it's a doubled, whatever that is. Because if you try to sharpen that at 12, it's going to end up being more like 6, and it's going to be a massive, massive bevel. And too thin and chippy.
Did you see this knife, Kyle? This little weird compound grind. I guess you just sharpen it like a drop point.
Hold it a little bit closer.
It's got a little.
Is there an actual point there? I can't tell.
There's a little raised right there, but you can't really see much of a point in the blade. A little bit, maybe. More of a bevel or a belly.
I would sharpen it personally, like 2 edges and then blend them. But I wouldn't go hardcore rolling over that single middle point, kind of like a spanto on a Hender.
Yeah.
Same way where I would treat them separately and then blend versus trying to just go in one motion. Because if you go in one motion, it's just going to roll it over into a drop point completely,
Right.
and you lose that definition. Yeah.
Marcos, that would be the Ryan, the most baller of all blade shows. He was I wish I'd filmed him. I could have made a video just following him around instead of just trying to get the boost that I got. It would have probably been much more entertaining video. Watching him conquer most people's fears and just go balls to the wall. Kyle,
So-
you would have got a kick out of that.
Yeah, that's the same principle as that blade shape there. Where that is, I would sharpen the flat up to that point there. I would sharpen this point, and I would lightly blend that area right there, but not completely go all in one motion. So that way it's not wearing that actual point down.
Which is that a Wii?
Yeah, that's a TNT custom design.
That's pretty sweet. Not one I've seen very often.
No, that one wasn't around all that long, but it's a great knife.
Lancelot, what's up? Try to pull through on the back of the can opener. It's all I use. Hey, man, whatever gets you through.
But then by the time you go open 2 letters with your 1095, it's going to dull it and you have to go back again.
Have to go grind it again. That's why you got plenty of cans around, though.
Yeah, this is a cool design. I really like that. And it's real thin handled, too.
How old a knife is that? I mean, is that like a couple of years old?
A year and a half, maybe.
Very neat design.
Yeah.
Looks like it wasn't one. Is it an integral?
No. Just a backspacer.
So it was reasonably priced.
Yeah, it wasn't one of the ones that was crazy. I think it was in the mid to low twos. And this is not overly big. This is one of the few smaller ones that I actually enjoy. This is about the size of a Lamia, probably.
You're more of a 3.5-inch blade guy.
Yeah, typically 3.3 to 3.7, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, as long as it's got a good choil, 3.5 inches is more than enough for me.
Man, it feels like it's a long week. It doesn't feel like it's Tuesday already.
Dude, I know, and I'm just
like feels like it should be Thursday.
I'm just like droopy. I feel guilty that I don't have more to say. Usually, I'm full of words. I'm just kind of like bleh.
Same.
What's going on in everybody's world? What's on your minds?
I'm not high energy today. Sorry.
Is anybody live that's entertaining that we can go watch?
Go snipe somebody else because we're boring.
Yeah, I'll snipe the shit out of somebody. Let me see if Carmex is live. Hold on.
I don't want to watch that crap.
I know it's a good snipe if he's drinking.
I'll figure out something to talk about.
If he's drinking, it's a good snipe. He's probably not live. Titanium MSI. Hey, what about this Medford? Did you do this thing?
What's that?
This Medford. I don't know if this is 3D printed. Check this out. Find it. Tell me when you can see it.
I see it now.
All right, guys. You've been waiting for it. Here is a look at it. This is the black card knife. I've got pretty big hands, and you can see the size of this thing. This is a printed version, kind of real quick, low resolution. It's got a pyramid shaped thumb stud. The only thing is it doesn't show it here, but it would be on the other side of the knife. We don't have the clip on it because of the way it prints out. It wasn't working out real well. Solid titanium sides, titanium back strap.
Oh, that's the black card. He's finally getting around to doing those.
In this run of knives.
That's the what?
The black card knife.
Yeah, is that one of his knives or is that a collaboration?
No, that's his. That's what. So if you remember a while back, he did
Are they limited, real expensive?
No, I don't want to phrase it. He did like a venture capital type of investment where people could buy in, and they got a black card with their name on, like a black Amex, and you could either get by investing in it, you got a knife, a black card knife, or you could turn and sell it or trade it in
into production
later.
And for knife.
So that's the knife that they're doing for that.
It's up
Because
now.
he is going to be making them eventually if they're popular.
No, it's supposed to be only for card holders.
Now you don't see it close.
It's a one and done.
Yeah,
dude, that's a good looking Medford knife, in my opinion. Well, that sucks. Let me see if I can find Carmex live.
Yeah, that'll be a one and done deal.
So will that be like 100 knives maybe? That
I don't remember how many cards he sold, but I don't think it was a lot more than that. Yeah, that's been probably at least a year ago, if not longer.
Since he started talking about it, they just dropped that today because I just noticed it and I was like, what the hell is that? Civivi Governor. What's a Civivi Governor?
Well, pre-fly, I don't think it was that much. I think it was 12 or it might have been 1,000, 1,200 or 1,000, somewhere in that range.
Very nice little knife.
B Shady, currently nothing. I just sent everything out last night. And I got a couple more coming in this week, waiting for them to show up. So I am free man currently.
Savvy makes some great knives, but I haven't been buying them lately just because they're in that price point. The last one I bought was that Brian Brown one. Ooh, Craig picked up some vintage USA made Forgecraft kitchen knives. Nice. What's up, Todd Carr? Welcome, brother.
Mr. Carr. Everyone else I missed. I've got let's see what else I have. Oh, what did you get to go hang out with Pop Sunday?
With who?
Your dad?
Yes, I did. Yeah, we spent the day together. I got to hang out with him, take him to the grocery store, do some stuff. We goofed around. Nothing special, you know. He's kind of like an Etch-a-Sketch. How about you?
Mine's not around anymore.
Oh, dude, I hate to hear that. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
That was worse than me fucking dropping the family card in a limousine.
Yeah, it's all right, man. The what's weird is like, so it always Father's Day Sunday is always the Sunday of the US Open. So that's always kind of a weird timing for me. But
is that something y'all enjoy together, or just something that
yeah.
love?
Yeah, he was a golfer too.
Who won it this year?
A guy named JJ Spawn. It was really close down to the end. It was a brutal test. It's one of the hardest places on the planet to play. It was absolute horrific conditions.
And they were within strokes?
There was like 10 guys within 3 or 4 shots.
The nerves were definitely well, I guess nerves would be there no matter what.
Yeah. But it was a good ending, and he's not really he's done okay on tour, but he's not like a superstar any means. So it's good to see somebody else kind of pull through and win something. So good for him. And his kids were there. His 2 daughters there. Got to run out and see him when he was done. So,
and then that kind of sets you up in terms of your golf for the rest of your life if you do it right.
That's going to help with
getting on tournaments and
sponsorships. That'll help with some entries in certain fields. You're also potentially get some better endorsements.
But if you're unknown and don't have a lot of endorsements, what do you stand to bank? Are you banking $2 million after your expenses? Are you banking more for winning something like that?
Oh, I'd have to look at the purse. Purse probably, I'd say first place was probably close to 3.5.
But you got expenses off that, right?
Yeah. I mean, obviously all your travel and food and per diem and hotel, lodging, caddy, all that stuff. I mean,
right.
So, yeah, he's not going to net that much, but he also, I mean, he's not a nobody. He has sponsors and stuff too.
Bex, those thick washers are a game changer. I put them in. I don't have an Aurelia yet, but I put them in my J Cape. They were great. I need to put them back in there. I need to take it apart, and I've still got those washers.
No, he wishes 15%.
They make less than that usually.
Yeah. It's also
Brian?
it's based off of it's a sliding scale how you do. So, like if
You're a tiger.
no, I mean if you don't no, I mean like how you finish. Like so, if you show up, you play 2 rounds, you don't make the cut, then you're getting a flat rate. Then if you make the cut, you're going to get a certain percentage up until top 20, and then top 20 gets to top 10 gets a certain percentage, and then it goes up, and then you're going to get somewhere 10 to 12% for a win.
Okay, so your scale does go up the more and the better.
Yeah. The higher your guy places, the higher your percentage.
I got you. That's got to be a vlog of a job, though.
Well, what people don't see too, it's not just that. It's they're there the entire week, prepping, going out and
reading them cards that they should hit, right?
Well, no, I mean they're out there. Well, yeah, but they're out there, 8-10 hours a day, just looking at conditions, landing areas, plotting the greens. I mean, you see them holding their caddy books, and they have all the slopes, and they're actually doing a lot of work. So, a lot more than just a person to lug it around.
Some background music on here.
Yeah, but you still think, I mean, even on a good week like this, I mean, his guy made probably over 300K for this week.
Yeah, but like if he comes in at the end, he still makes some money, right? Like if you come in last.
So like, yeah, I was saying it. So if you don't make the cut, so like that's what happens. You play 2 days, and then the top half of the field continues. The rest of them go home, and if you don't make the cut, you don't get a paycheck.
Gotcha. So the cut is key.
If you don't make the cut, then the caddies will get a flat rate no matter what.
But the golfers don't get shit.
Correct.
Makes sense. I wish I knew how to play this. I had a musical break, but I think I lost it. Let me see if I can find it.
I did see a question. Let me find it.
Find it.
What's up, Els? Pretty fly. No, I've not seen that. What are you talking about?
Oh no. Told me I had too many fucking files. I had to delete one in order to get this. That y'all are just gonna hate. But I do it for the 3 people who might like it. And if you wait till the end of it, you'll feel the genius in it. An error occurred. Wait a moment and then try again. It's gonna fuck me. Never mind. So Kyle, when are you gonna start making knives?
I'm not.
You just like doing what you're doing?
Yeah, I have zero interest in it.
Yeah, I would think that'd be a lot to deal with.
I don't even really have interest in knives anymore. They bore me. I just can't get into it anymore. Not the same. I mean, I'll probably come back to it. Just, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of desire.
Not right now, at least.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have something that really kind of inspires you, and that's a good stage to get with. I mean, I know a lot of people, and I used to be that guy that would just buy knives, and I did it at Blade Show, and picked up knives just to pick them up. But it's just, it's best to be inspired by something, save up for it, and get it. In my book, it just means more, or trade for it.
Yeah, I mean, what I don't go seeking. There's very few things that interest me. I'm super picky. Not much gets me excited. It's just not. I don't know. not a must keep up on as far as content and all that kind of stuff. So
Unfortunately, I do, but when it occurred, an error occurred again.
you probably like this too, Javon. They're starting a new series on it's actually on YouTube. It's hilarious. It's a comedy. It's about this heir to a golf course owner, and this lady has to take over this course and take care of all the idiot staff and workers there. It's kind of like a Caddyshack-ish, but it's pretty funny. It's called Shanked.
Is it
It just started. It's a series. The first one episode's out so far.
is it animated or
No, it's real actors.
let's go Shank?
Kathleen, that's the issue. I've got too many. And I always have had a bunch, so it's trying to keep on top of things. Lately, it's been
God, dude.
What?
If you put Shank in fucking YouTube, give me something else. Shank what?
Shanked. SHANKED. Shanked.
ED, Shank.
Yeah.
Found it.
Yeah, you'd like it.
I'm gonna subscribe to it.
Todd, yeah, I heard about that. I'm not real thrilled because I know they're gonna botch it.
You get a ton of views. Who put it out?
I forget the makers of it. It has a little bio on there, and it had a if I remember correctly, it had a pretty good cast, and they're actually going to be like revolving characters that come in and out, and some of them are going to be like YouTube personalities and stuff like that are golfers and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a mix of an actual actors and TV show and then everything else.
Nice.
Brian, exactly. That's why I don't want them ruining it, but they will.
Maybe not. Maybe they'll keep it independent enough. Here's a little action break. Everybody needs a little untamed violence in their life. That's where I used to get mine from Batman. What do you like about my did you see my commercial this morning?
Your
I can't
commercial?
find Ryan's. Huh?
What commercial?
Be sure and remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends, because every one of us must remember to do the same thing. That's what this film is all about. Duck and cover. Paul and Patty know this. No matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes right then. It's a bomb, duck and cover. Sundays, holidays, vacation time, we must be ready every day, all the time, to do the right thing if the atomic bomb explodes.
What the hell?
Those are the kind of commercials that used to fucking plague the airways in the 60s, man. And it's so funny when you see the flash and you duck and cover, it's too late. It's just a matter of time before your skeleton gets melted off.
And you might as well stick your arms out and enjoy it because you're just going to be vaporized.
Oh, no doubt. If you see the flash, it's lights out.
Well, now everyone's all worried. Come on, Craig. What the hell are you talking about?
Nobody should be worried. I mean,
No, he said he was going to confess something, and then he hasn't talked about it. So everyone's like, "Oh,
spill the tea. It's all tea. And it doesn't broadcast. We got 25 viewers in here. We're all friends.
Wow. It's a low bar tonight. Probably late. Everyone's tired.
And I'm 30 minutes from going, guys, I love y'all, but Taco Bell's calling me. But I'm trying to think that I don't need Taco Bell. Although
Yep.
2 Mexican pizzas, no beans, extra meat. There's no lives on after this.
What the hell, dude? No beans? That's like half of what's in there.
Well, it is half what's in there, but I usually get no beans because it makes it thinner and then it makes it crunchier. Let me go to my home here. I'm going to find something good on YouTube. Armac should be just drunk as shit.
We don't need Taco Bell.
I know. I'm not going to get Taco Bell. I have to drive for that. All right, this is one of my funnier guys. And Kathleen, don't hold this against me.
Oh boy.
When I met my wife, this is a fact, and I went downtown on her. She had no smell. I thought that's a good smell. So if that means that we're compatible. I was impressed that.
You know who that dude is?
Yeah.
Kevin Brennan from
comedian.
Yeah. Well, he's turned into kind of a senile antagonist, but he gets people on his show and he just absolutely rags them. He's hilarious.
Craig, whatever floats your boat, buddy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I watched late night all kinds. If you look at my history, I watched some of the weirdest stuff. Let's go to my history. Let's see what I got on here. I got some stuff that'll get me have I played y'all this? You know who Faith No More is?
Oh yeah.
I played you this, hadn't I?
Yes.
Okay, we're not gonna do it again because I don't want to get hammered. But anyway, I've been watching a lot of their shit lately. If you go to my history, you'll see that it's cluttered with. But I've got some other stuff in there too. Where is it?
I love Faith No More. Mike Patton was phenomenal.
Yeah, Mike Patton's voice he's probably got as much, if not more, range than anybody.
I think he does have, based off of what they tracked, he's either first or second.
I'll show you something really cool too, and then I'll stop here.
Speaking of Yetis, there's Stovey.
What's up? See if he wants a link so he can come on and talk, or Scotty wants a link. Somebody he can bring conversation, because I'm just getting ready to play music that's going to be copyright infringed. Watch this. Are you familiar with these guys?
I can't see it. You got the comment on the screen. No.
All right, let's get it better. Hold on, let me go forward. Check out the Racketeers. They're fucking badasses. What's up, Ryan?
What's up, everybody?
We're killing
Not
time,
my,
dude. I'm still
not my thing, but
fucking
whatever
rolling
you
low.
like.
Do I?
I was just something that was in my history. Still rolling low from Blade Show, but trying to bounce back. Dude, I've been sleeping like 12 hours a night.
I wish.
Have you been
I
just
would.
running like crazy?
Let's see. Oh, Hank got him a haircut.
Hey.
He just came in from outside, so he got wet paws. And he's the one-
Kyle keeps his dog outside in the hall where he can be
he's
safe.
the
Oh,
one that
no.
did this.
Nice.
Yeah, he was proud of it too.
Was that your one of your Chris
No, this is the slip joint sheath that that Lancelot Leather did for me.
It looks like it's formed pretty well, though.
Oh, it was. I
That's
just got it
isn't it?
formed, filmed a quick video on it, and set it down, took a business call, and Hank brought it to me about 2 minutes later looking like that.
Thank you for the chew toy.
He broke it in for me.
What's up, Illuminati?
Illuminati. What's going on, buddy?
Blue.
What's up, Louie? Richard, yeah.
So how's everybody been doing?
Man, I've been doing good except sleeping too much. Getting some knives starting to come in that are kind of cool. Trying to get the ones unboxed film that I got, and I think I finished that up. I've got to do a video after tonight on some Lucky Dog knives. A little collection video on those. And then an unboxing for Friday, or not an unboxing, but a Blade Show review for Friday. And then God knows what. I've got some stuff coming in that'll hopefully be here by this weekend. How's your work going, buddy? What you got going on?
Well, I got home a couple of hours ago, and I'm just finishing up doing some home stuff. I've been lurking and just hanging out behind the scenes. I figured I'd hop on here for a little bit before I went to bed. Oh boy.
Glad you did, buddy.
But I'm starting to pick up some more work here closer to home, so that's good.
That is a very good thing. I'm shooting Stevie a link. Not that he's up for it.
Hank missed you.
Yeah.
Right.
You what, buddy?
So it looked like Hank missed you.
Oh man, he is glued to my hip. That's for sure.
Does he have a ride with you, buddy?
He does. He does from time to time. If I'm not going to be at the job site very long, I just got to pick something up, something like that. I usually take him with me. He rides really good. He rides on my console. So it's either there or right up under my arms. So. But if I take a step, he takes a step. He's right there, right next to me. So
I tried that. Mine absolutely hates car rides. He will not go in the car. Like, you got to drag him and throw him in the car. He hates car rides, and then he shakes and shivers the whole time he's in a car.
Oh man,
mine was a big rider, but wasn't much of a debarker. She would stay in the car and just fucking freak out when we ever get wherever we were going. She didn't
he does. He actually does better in the car than he does outside the car. He can be pretty vocal sometimes, but when he's in the car, he seems to be pretty calm. And
they seem at their happiest if they like the cars when they're in the cars.
Yeah, he likes to stick his head out the window. He don't like doing it going 70, but
mine will just lay down in the back seat and just pant and shake until we get where we're going to the vet or whatever, and come back. He hates it. But he's weird. He also hates going for walks too.
Boy, this one right here wants to go for a walk all the time.
But I mean, he'll go around the backyard because it's fenced in and just run around like a madman. But he doesn't want to go on a leash, go on walks.
Yeah.
I'm going to educate you out for one more second. This is one of the most hated streamers. Used to be on the Howard Stream show, and now her name's Elisa Giordano, and she is just a
Richard. We have been.
Comes in green too, and
well,
she's a brain dead. Dude, she is so bad. She is such a grifter.
Yeah, you've been so great. It's such a pleasure meeting you. Bye.
She goes out and does IRL streaming, but she is fucking wacko. She's in her 40s, and she's like losing it because she's losing her looks occasionally to her because she gets Botox all the time. It's good. It's good entertainment.
That's not good entertainment, John.
Well, if you're caught between live content and you need a break, it's
some of the things that John finds entertaining
it's a diversion of entertainment.
That's brain rot.
Well, brain rot can sometimes, if you've got a brain capacity as large as mine, you need to kind of bring it down from time to time, or you dwell on the bigger things, the bigger problems that you can't control.
Javon,
I need a little bit of sedation in my brain.
you fried all but 3 brain cells, and they're bouncing around like a fart in a skillet.
Those things are so goddamn high, they don't know what they're doing.
That is such a misnomer. You do not know what the actual chemical reaction of the substances that I indulge in due to brain regeneration. I've Googled it.
Sounds like a lot of deflection to me.
If it says it on Google, it's got to be true.
It has got to be true. And I Googled multiple sources. Believe it or not, I did not re-engage in microdosing therapy until a lot of studies had been done at Colorado. I was not quick to get back into that. I used to use them recreationally, but I never used them in a microdosing way. And I will admit, microdosing requires on being able to keep count, and I wasn't good at keeping count in fucking Blade Show.
Or on live streams when it'll take 3 of these, right? How many?
That was different. That was
bag.
Those were a bad choice. Those were those.
Listen, I never ever want to experience a Blade Show without John, ever.
Dude, it will never get that weird. That one night was kind of a little odd when we stopped at the quick stop and then walked back from there, and Shane was breathing at the really heaviest lungs and the lights turned blue. I thought I was losing it. I thought I was getting ready to get into what they call the trouble zone. Yeah, Kathleen, there's actually studies at the University of Colorado where synapses, especially for people that have past trauma, which is not me, and PTSD, which is not me, that it can help regenerate some of those pathways. It's pretty fascinating stuff. Microdosing is not the same as eating them.
Macrodosing.
Yeah, Geek Machinist, if you're on the Lexapro, I would think you would need a little bit higher of a dose, which I'm not comfortable doing those type of doses anymore. I don't want it to get weird. I will make the confession that sometimes measurements are not always scientific in my world, so they do get weird from time to time, but it's usually a shortness of weird. That's the smallest horse I've ever seen. That was a fucking squirrely little horse, man. And he had the weirdest little saddle on, too. I don't know how you would have gotten on that thing.
Who brought an elephant to Blade Show?
I'm just glad I didn't get bitten by that little guy. I mean, I'm sure I did not look like the warmest fuzzy coming up to him.
So did you ever show everybody the commercial that I sent you?
I've got it. I can't find it on I cannot find Instagram commercials on that I can download. I've got to find it on YouTube, and I know it's on YouTube.
It has,
but I just haven't been able to find it. Hold on a second. Let me find it right here.
Good point, Kathleen.
I don't even want to read that. I feel bad already. But check this commercial out. Let me share it.
Josh, they will not work on the Blitz.
Restrooms can often be a hangout for the homosexual. Bobby and his friends hadn't noticed the man who had been in the restroom when they changed, and as it was late, he suggested they take the shortcut under the pier, but the others preferred to take the more traveled way home.
Oh shit.
Daunting music.
When Bobby recognized the stranger as the man in the restroom, the shortcut under the pier didn't seem like a good idea at all.
Seemed like a really bad idea, but I'm not Bobby.
They say from the homosexuals.
After all, it's more fun to stay with your friends anyway. Bobby had made a wise decision. It may have saved his life. One never knows when the homosexual is about. He may appear normal, and it may be too late when you discover he is mentally ill. So keep with your group. And don't go off alone with strangers unless you have the permission of your parent or teacher.
I gotta find this.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that's so good, dude. I mean, it's so bad, but it's so good. Let's go.
Your life is in danger.
But unless you have a note from your parent or teacher, it's okay.
Or your teacher.
Danger. Oh no.
What did you
And your
just say,
parents
John?
are probably going to be the ones that are going to set you up with a commercial. Your parents are going to be the ones that are unwittingly going to set you up with a creeper anyway, if you look at the stats. See, so let's see if this is it. Come on. Come on, share it. All right. Bobby. Stranger danger. Beware of the homosexuals. What's this one?
Dude, Ryan, that video you sent me about the ride along, I laughed so hard.
That was a good one. It's hard to believe that really happened, but that dude was baked the whole time.
Yeah, after about the fourth or
Man,
fifth
that
time you
one's
said
for-
it, I caught
that one's
you
for
caught
minutes.
along. But like,
Yeah.
he
Here we go. Here we go. 1960s warning.
ending made it
Maybe that's
best
it.
though.
This one looks even creepier.
Sorry, Bloomy.
Oh,
I walked
these are
behind
so
you at the
good.
grocery store too, Illuminati.
Man, I've never been tracked, luckily, that I can remember, unless it's a childhood trauma. Come on. YouTube's going really slow. Probably because it's wondering why I've typed this into my search bar.
You're definitely showing up on FBI's most wanted list.
Yeah, they're probably like, what's going
Can't
on?
wait
with
to see what your
this?
algorithm is now.
Oh, no. Here we go. Boys beware. Let's see if this is it.
Your internet's running off of potatoes.
I don't know what it's doing. I really think this has a YouTube thing. Give me some love here. Just show me that I'm watching the right thing so I can save it. Because then all I got to do is go up here and clip it.
In the meantime, Sharif has posted a Blade Show update on his channel.
I heard about that. I haven't seen it
Uh-oh.
yet.
On Instagram?
No, on YouTube. He's actually got a video up now.
Let's go to Sharif.
I watched a little bit of it.
Is it under Manganis or under Sharif?
I think it's Manganas, MS Knives, something like that. I can't remember what his channel name is.
Mangana Steel.
Mangana Steel. You want to be last in line, Scooter, because you're the one following people around, boy.
Look right here. Look, this will probably come up a lot quicker. Rochambeau.
Let me see if I can.
I didn't throw it up there, brother.
Let's see if I can find it right here.
It might be in your history. My history's
Yeah.
all jacked up.
Yeah, Mangana Steel. Let me
You can just share it, you can drop it in the chat.
there you go. I put it in the chat for everybody.
Let it pull up.
And I don't know how to share on anything.
I got it right here, brother.
Man, what do you want? What do you want? You my buddy.
I still have a lot to do. Oh, oh.
Yeah, he just kind of gives a recap.
You'll watch this.
Stuff. He's kind of. I think he experienced kind of like what I experienced. I don't remember.
And you get on essentially a list of people, and if it's your first time, they just place you, and you can either accept or reject it. You don't get to choose until you've been there, I think, at least twice, or maybe.
His Blaze show was hectic. I've got to go back and watch
Instagram stories throughout the show. I found that to be really surprising because I've been kind of internally struggling with like, wow, the Aurelia is like a really big success. The Kaimano was a bit of a slow boil. And I thought really that I may need to shift a lot more into the kind of like Aurelia style, but I don't want to abandon kind of my love for like doing kind of wild and crazy and tactical designs. I don't want to be completely like pinned down to an aesthetic. And this showed me that is a viable option to kind of explore a little bit more.
You got so much love. Y'all, I'm gonna put this in the chat. I go watch the whole video. 36 minutes. I don't know if I got 36 minutes in me.
Javon, I put in in the private chat. I put in a link if you wanted to watch that. It's only like a minute long. It's that trailer for that show I was telling you about.
I got it. Find the private chat. There we go. Trailer time. Shank.
Pretty slow.
Give me a weird share screen. Hold on, guys.
It's midnight.
Hold on.
Still blowing up.
All right, I got to do something real quick. Cancel. Close that. Got that. Now I need to share that. All right. Then I had too much shit open and it wasn't showing me the right.
And swing easy, okay? I'm gonna swing as hard as humanly possible. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's not what that is. Your grandfather did an amazing job. Jesse left you guys? Jessica or Kevin finds out about this, we're gonna be screwed, okay? We're on thin ice.
Okay, Dave Cordell. How are you? From the PGA Tour event is coming to inspect the course. Dave Chappelle.
Oh, I don't think she meant Dave Chappelle.
I can't afford to have more members canceled. Hey! Was someone tased?
Is this an independent movie?
It's a TV show now. It's a series coming out.
Yeah, but he attacked my marshal.
Definitely not.
That's Laura Clary.
Influence out of here. We made them hotter.
Pick it up. Get off of there.
Guess who just shot a 127?
The fireworks!
Oh, okay. Anything you need.
Mommy's gonna get us a PGA event.
It is her.
Everything under control.
What's that?
Huh?
That Laura Clary chick or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's exactly who that is.
From the internet,
Yeah.
Of course.
On your mark, that's that T.
So is it on YouTube or is it on TV show?
It's a TV show on YouTube, and they're incorporating a ton of different YouTubers on it as well too, along with the actors.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, cool, man.
Oh, watch the trailers. I got to show y'all one real quick. Remember I told you about those dudes that I went to school with that started the company that uploaded porn, and then they found a way to...
They made a movie about them.
My name's Jack Harris. The year was 1995. There was a VCR in every home. Music was still bought in record stores. And the world was buzzing about a brand new invention called the internet.
Watch it.
Which up until then, sucked. What most people don't know is it was impossible to buy anything online. Until these two idiots came along.
What good is the internet for?
That's
It's not
Joe Hall,
entertaining.
and that's
We take some
Andrews.
pictures, we scan them, we upload them, and we make a little money. What are you doing?
Do not interrupt me for the next 15 minutes.
And that's where I come in. We can take a credit card from anywhere in the world and deliver a product anywhere
And this
in the
really
world.
happened.
We can make
So these guys got approached by this lawyer.
a profit on every transaction. We're just middlemen.
That's limitless.
In less than a month, we were making $200,000 a day.
What kind of business is it?
No, just entertainment.
There's the hottest movie starlet in the biz. And here you are, with a 23-year-old porn star.
The thing is,
It's actually not a really good movie, but it's got a really interesting
when you fix
storyline.
one problem,
Things seem to be going very well.
there's always more.
Wait, when did this come out?
We owe a considerable amount of money. We're afraid we're going to get cracked.
What, you mean whacked?
Yeah.
Paramount Pictures.
They made that guy out to be a really dumb guy. He graduated from Vanderbilt with valedictorian of his class. Almost didn't get out of Huntsville High School.
When was that released?
What?
When was that movie released?
It was like 12 years ago. It's an old movie, but so much has happened since then. I mean, one of them's still in LA running a cash business, and the other one has run a NASCAR race team and now is pretty much penniless.
Because I looked familiar, but then that was James Caan who passed away. I was like, there's no way.
Oh yeah, yeah. Check this part out. This really happened.
Heck here for $2 million under a candy bar.
Oh, and what? That's a bad thing?
Yeah, like that's a bad thing.
And the man.
That dude Clay, who's still around, the guy who's got the crossbow, who had the major habit they show in here.
Get out.
Part of the reason to fall down.
Who started it all?
But they got in some shit with the Russian mob. But then check out Middleman. And this guy,
Something. I'll be right back.
that guy started a Bush team when he got bought out because his dad liked racing. And he had a young driver by the name of David Gillingham who hadn't done anything yet. And they raced 17 races, blew up, and on their 18th race, they won. They were the first Bush team to win a Kentucky race or a Bush Series race without a sponsor, and they broke down the team the year later. On that, Bush, amazing. Win. I mean, this is like the all-time. Why does it pull up Manganis?
So when you got to go back, Ryan?
I really need to go back this week, but my mother is having a knee replacement tomorrow, so
Gotcha.
I doubt I go back before Friday.
Best of luck.
Are they able to kind of run it without you?
Yes, yeah, they're they're on cruise control right now. So, but I've got a job starting in Crossville, Alabama, Monday, and then I've got one in LJ starting Saturday, and then one in Gainesville, Georgia, starting the following Saturday.
Wow, so, you got the crew going all over the places.
Yeah, I'm working overtime building 2 more crews right now. So,
new guys are just rehired.
Well, it's rehires. They've worked with me before in the past.
Gotcha. Or seasonals or whatever.
Yeah. They're good, but they like to leave their options open, so
right.
They stay on contracts with people. They're that good where they need to leave their options open. I did the same thing before I started.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It actually works out well for you too.
It does actually. Yeah, I did the same thing when I got my journeyman license. I didn't work for any individual company. I pretty much just worked for myself, 1099, and I just did turnarounds. I'd go from one shutdown to the other. I stayed out on the road for about 1.5 years. I enjoyed it. When you're single,
when
you're single and you don't have any kids and stuff, it's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, but when you get a family and you're having to travel, dude, that's tough.
It's hard to do when you got somebody you enjoy being around at home, and then Hank,
you hear him talking about you like that?
Hank make you want to stay at home.
Does Hank get along with the others?
Yes.
That's good.
Rousey, our other schnauzer, she's spoiled rotten. She don't like Hank being sitting in my lap or anything like that. She gets pissed off. Just like a typical woman. I'm just kidding. Anyway,
this is like 2006, and this is a Busch Kentucky 300. And this car in the front, this hype, that's the engines that they made, so it's an unsponsored car.
Power plants like a lot of these other non-cup teams do.
This is their 17th race out of 18. Watch this.
JJ's hanging tough there. He's not giving up on this thing. He would love to get up there.
And you see the race owner, my buddy.
Baltimore coach in Super Bowl #3. David has truly beat the Goliath of NASCAR.
The final.
After finishing no better than 29th in a prior race, Gilliland and the Clay Andrew Racing team won their first race. Considering
Clay Andrews is the dude I know.
Gilliland was starting just his 7th NASCAR National Series race, had never finished in the top 25 in any of the first 6, and was with the team starting their 6th race and had already failed to qualify twice. I consider Gilliland's Kentucky win to be NASCAR's biggest upset win. As of November 2024, Gilliland last raced in NASCAR in 2023 and finished second twice in his career, but never won again.
Pretty wild shit, because he closed shop after that because he wanted to give his dad a win. What's up, Outdoor Wilds? Welcome, brother, from Rumble. Good to see you, man. So what are you guys riding? Are you just going to hang out with your mom tomorrow?
Yes. We'll be up there in your neck of the woods. And she's having it done at Huntsville.
Oh, really? Where are you guys going in Huntsville?
Do I know?
Hey, if you've got some time, call me. We're going to run over to the knife store at some point tomorrow, which is right up the street. If she's doing any recovery time where you can't be there.
She's actually supposed to be going home tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll keep her in sedation for a little bit, for probably an hour or two.
Yeah.
They changed that totally.
Are they doing it at the surgery center or at the hospital?
I think it's at the hospital, but like she'll start walking like in a couple hours after surgery. And as soon as they get her up to walk, they're sending her home. So we'll see. I don't know how long the surgery is going to be. So, but if I do run into some time, I definitely will give it a call. I do want to go over that knife story you've been talking about.
It takes us an hour to get there.
Replacement, right?
Do I?
Complete replacement?
I think so.
Then it's about 3 to 4 hours.
Is it?
Well, that's what it used to be, at least.
She told me all about it about a week ago, but I can't retain hardly any information right now. So
We've got
That's so
memory
much going
overload,
on.
dude. I know you do.
Do I?
I know you've got memory overload. I do. I do, for sure do.
It's insane right now. I've got 2 notebooks that I have to write stuff down in right now.
Just to keep it all together.
I seriously, I have to revert back to those 2 notebooks about 15 times a day. Right
Well,
now.
if you ever need log work, let me know, buddy. I'll help you out. Won't cost you a penny.
Yeah, we need to get together on what we talked about on the way home from Blade Show anyway.
Yeah, man. Holler
Get
at me
something going up
anytime.
there in Huntsville.
Well, kids, I am going to go get something to eat. It's against my better judgment.
Yeah,
Are y'all
I'm
doing
about
good?
to take a shower and go to bed myself.
Guys, I appreciate everybody hanging out. I owe you an hour next Tuesday night. Yeah, we're praying for your mama, buddy. I hope it goes smooth.
Hey, I appreciate that, everybody. Yep.
And
Thank you, Scooter.
Kyle, you got any words of wisdom for these lovely people?
Enjoy your week. Be good.
Guys,
everybody stay
look out for
safe.
the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. I've got some cool videos coming up, some more Blaze Show stuff, and hopefully some cool stuff coming in. I love you all.